Can you tell us how you felt when you took your Shahada in detail, please?
It was New Year's Eve, 2010, and I went to Casablanca in the Hassan Tani Mosque, this big, huge mosque right on the shore of the ocean. I kind of went in like this backdoor area, and they asked me all these questions, like, is anybody making you do this? Like, are you ready? Are you sure? And I said, okay. They gave me some instructions, and of course I was filmed, camera with gigantic lights in my face. I am shaking like a leaf, so nervous. I don't speak Arabic, obviously, so I open the door and I'm blinded by this like camera light, and I look out and I can just see what looks like a never-ending group of people, and they're all just like staring at me. So of course it made me so much more nervous. So he's got his tiny mic like this, he's telling me this, and he's, this whole thing. And so I say it, and afterwards I hear this uproar of Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And I was like, they're all doing that for me? Why do they care? Like, I didn't understand why anyone cared and why they were so excited. I'm like, nobody here knows who I am. Like, what is the big deal? It was such a hard thing to say in Arabic, but such an easy thing to say from the heart. And then, the door closed. I took a minute because they were asking me to pray. They were like, okay, pray 2 rakat, but I didn't know how to pray. And so I felt like I was being very fake because I didn't know what I was doing. And they were super emotional and they seemed very into it. And I was like, stand up, bend over, stand up, face on the ground. I don't know. And I didn't know how to pray. So I felt really kind of inadequate right away, because I'm like, okay, here I am, I'm Muslim, and then all these Muslims are praying, and I still feel like the new person that doesn't know what to do. And so I was like, okay. And I just kind of prayed, not really knowing what I was doing, but I was still almost in a state of shock about what I had just done. So it almost felt surreal. And then after that, the few weeks after I had taken my Shahada, it was really just this overwhelming gush of emotions, and I just felt like a totally different person. And I was just really, really thirsty for deen.
Have you ever come across a hijabi person, and what thoughts crossed your mind?
I met my friend's mom, who was Muslim, and she had come in to Los Angeles for a visit, and I got to meet her. And we took a walk down the boardwalk on Venice Beach. And she was wearing a long sleeve abaya and a hijab. And of course, I'm asking her the usual questions. Aren't you hot? Aren't you hot in that? Like, do you really wear that all the time? Like, what if you want to go swimming? This is me asking a million questions. And she was so strong. So strong. I can't even talk about it. I'll get emotional. She was so strong in her faith. And it really inspired me to kind of look deeper into it. Like, how is she like torturing herself in this heat? How is she so committed and so dedicated that she's not going to even let even her wrist show? And I was so truly inspired, and like, it's hard not to cry because I get really emotional about it. And she inspired me so much that I named my daughter after her. So she was definitely my first impression of a Muslim and the best impression of a Muslim.
How did you start wearing hijab?
When I first put hijab on, I was coming in on a flight to Morocco at night, and I had a backpack with me on the plane, and in that backpack was a scarf, a big, thick, ridiculous scarf. I remember getting off that plane and saying to myself, this is it. As soon as I get off this plane and my feet touch the earth here in Morocco, this is when my second chapter of my life truly begins. And I want to start that off on the right foot. So I took that scarf and I went into the bathroom in the airport, and I tried to wrap it up nicely. And I did not do it very nicely, but I said, well, it's my first time. We'll see how this goes. And so I put it on and I wrapped it around, and I've never taken it off since that day, alhamdulillah. For the people that say, it's very restrictive, it's very oppressive, it restricts my freedom, nobody was holding me at gunpoint to put a hijab on. When I left Morocco and I came to the United States again, people asked me, why don't you take it off? You're not in Morocco anymore. I said, well, my faith does not depend on my location. I don't want to take it off. And I think a lot of people were shocked that when I came back to America that I didn't take it off.